Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back your lovely faces to a brand new video here on the channel, and we have it. We have part 7 of the Dan Wootton 3-year investigation by the Byline Times. As you can see straight away from that title, Dan Wootton and Martin Branning, the proof. In the 7th part of his 3-year special investigation, the Byline Times can reveal the internet data leaks that tie the presenter to the online aliases he has not denied being connected to. Sit back, folks, get a drink. I think this is going to be a doozy. I haven't actually looked through this myself yet because, well, it's literally just come out like 10 minutes ago. GB News star Dan Wootton twice used an identical password as the catfishing pseudonyms Martin Branning and Maria Joseph to subscribe to a movie-sharing website, the Byline Times can reveal. The presenter used the password along with the email address for his private web domain, danwootton.com, and also his official News of the World account. They were leaked and published on a publicly available data breach directory in October of 2018. Alongside Wootton's 2 email addresses, revealed in a dump of login details for 743,280 users for the defunct film indexing service mydvd.overhere.com, I used to use that. With the email address Byline Times revealed, Branning and Joseph had used to trick and bribe scores of men into sharing compromising, explicit material over at least a 10-year period. All 4 accounts used the same unusual 8-character password. To protect Wootton's privacy, this newspaper is not publishing the password, which his new representatives today appeared to confirm was indeed used by the journalist. So that's it. The password is literally, if they've confirmed it is that and the email address. Further analysis of the databases, which are openly available online, shows Wootton also used the same password for his LinkedIn and MySpace profile. Aw, MySpace, man! I used to love MySpace. His profiles alongside music and fitness app sites between October 2016 and October 2018. The Byline Times commissioned analysis of the data by an eminent PhD specialist in mathematical prediction modelling. The expert said the chances of Wootton's password randomly duplicating those of Branning and Joseph were 0. He explained, assuming that a user can choose any 8-letter password using the 26 lowercase, uppercase, and 0 to 9, then approximately 136 trillion passwords could be formed. That's mind-melting, not blowing, that's melting the mind. If each of the 700,000 accounts is expected to have a unique password, the probability that 3 are the same would be 1 over 700,000 divided by 3, approx 3 times 10, or basically 0. Jesus Christ. In a special 3-year investigation into the personal and professional conduct of Wootton, this newspaper has uncovered extensive evidence that he targeted journalistic colleagues, friends, and members of the public with elaborate ruses to obtain private, explicit imagery. Byline Times revealed how Wootton, whose Mail Online column has been paused while an independent investigation is conducted by DMG Media, they've actually suspended him. They've said, we're not going to have any more Dan Wootton columns at this moment until we investigate, which is good to finally actually get a bit of confirmation. Following this newspaper's reports, rented the Facebook accounts of adult film stars so he could catfish unsuspecting victims into being the subject of COVID sex videos and charge it to his employers. And how Murdoch's new UK paid off 6 employees of The Sun who say Wootton forced them out of their jobs. This newspaper has exposed Wootton as Maria Joseph, a honey trap who for years harassed men for explicit pictures. And we have unmasked him as Martin Branning, a faceless character who targeted men, some heterosexual and married, with bribes of up to £30,000 for compromising images. One gay man, carefully drawn in by Branning, even became the object of a 10-year blackmail campaign that saw him forced to make a secret film of his own partner, leaving him at the brink of self-deletion over his actions. It's sickening that he actually thought all this was fine. You know, fine and dandy. Yeah, I don't care about what others do. Though Wootton has said he denies any allegations of criminality, his representatives have not denied that he is or is connected to the identities of Branning and Joseph. So today, in the 7th part of our investigation, this newspaper is taking a deep dive into Wootton's online presence and reporting on its findings. All of Byline Times' evidence has been lawfully and ethically uncovered using open sources, and began with an examination of the email addresses Martin Branning and Maria Joseph at live.co.uk. The audit trail. First, Byline Times engaged a cybersecurity professional to examine the 2 anonymous webmail addresses, which this newspaper has independently established were set up between May 2007 and 3 months after Wootton first began working for Murdoch, June 2008 in the case of Branning, and February 2009 in the case of Joseph. By running the 2 addresses through a specialist anti-cyber crime software system called SpyCloud, we discovered that both had been revealed in a leak from the mydvd.overthere.com site in October 2018. This data breach exposed the identical passwords attached to both. The cyber expert who ensures the online security of a number of high-profile public figures, the password was very specific, so then I reverse searched the system for breaches that contained that password. Within that search, there were several of particular interest. At least 5 further webmail addresses containing the name Wootton, or a close variant, turned up in the reverse search with the identical password. To be honest with you, write that there. If there's 5 different email addresses and it's the same password and Wootton is in them, they got him by the short and curlies. However, to preserve the integrity of our research, Byline Times excluded a 5 from a statistical analysis and instead focused entirely on the October 2018 MyDVD leak, with its use of official proprietarial addresses for Wootton. The most recent of which was published online in a data breach in April this year, among a smaller dataset of just over 743,000 compromised user details. By examining pages of mydvd.overhere.com, they preserved in snapshots by the web-crawling Internet Archive the Wayback Machine. They discovered the site used to be a valuation and indexing tool for the promotion of personal DVD collections. MyDVD was also an authoring software, format used by video editors who wanted to make professional-looking homemade films on DVDs in higher resolutions with added menu features and music. Byline Times investigators also looked for other connections between Maria Joseph and Martin Branning in order to further establish their interactivity online. That yielded a new connection between the two, revealed on the open source Spoko.com, linking them to a further single LinkedIn account. This newspaper has spoken to the owner of the LinkedIn account, who says they have no knowledge of either Martin Branning or Maria Joseph, although they knew of Wootton from his television and newspaper roles. Our digital research into the links between Wootton, Branning and Joseph support a series of direct human testimonies gathered by this newspaper. They include the account of Wootton's former partner Alex Truby, who says in 2012 he discovered the hodl containing chat records of Branning along with a covert explicit video in Wootton's flat. Alongside Mr. Truby, Byline Times has spoken to multiple sources who have provided solid connections between Wootton and Branning. We have heard firsthand how Wootton told a friend in moments of crisis of his activities as Branning and feared a pile-on of victims should he be exposed. It is nuts. In another case, this newspaper heard how Wootton emerged from the shadow of the Branning persona, which he had been using to control a man into making explicit films of strangers for him, to directly proposition him to make unlawful covert recordings. The Byline Times has gathered statements from victims of Maria Joseph who elicited critical facts on the catfish. When one accused Joseph directly of being Wootton, the Facebook account presenting as hers immediately shut down. Another victim realised that Joseph's Facebook profile had a geolocation in New Zealand, Wootton's native country, which he visits regularly. When the victim quizzed Joseph about it, they forced an admission that the person messaging was in fact the man who continued to do this to them, offering them escort work if it was completely kept quiet. Joseph added in the email of 8th of June 2013, "Okay, I'll admit, I'm actually a guy. Would you ever get from a guy for good money if you knew it would be completely discreet?" The victim told the newspaper, "I had a connection to Dan through work. There was no other reason for Maria Joseph to target me. It was really dark behaviour. 7 days ago, Byline Times presented the raw data in this article to the Metropolitan Police as part of an update to the 28-page dossier on our investigation, which we first made available to detectives on the 20th of June 2023, before publishing the first article in this series on the 17th of July. Byline Times has asked the new legal representatives, Dan Wootton, detailed questions about the password breaches. In response, they did not deny the connection between the 4 accounts and appeared to confirm that Wootton used the password for the accounts mentioned in this article. We will update this article if we hear more from Wootton or his representatives. Wow, this is just mind-melting now, guys. So obviously, along with all these passwords and the associated emails that were linked with them, that basically now does actually confirm, especially them with the lawyers at the very bottom stating that as well. In response, they did not deny the connection and appeared to confirm that Wootton used the passwords of the accounts in this article. With that there, that is just, I think that's a nail on the head. And obviously today, the Daily Mail have confirmed that they have suspended or paused, as they're calling it, paused his article for them. So he's not going to be there. Mr. Wootton, seems to be that this has all been confirmed now that he is, in fact, these people. And with his new law firm, or legal representatives, I should say, saying basically, yeah, this is what he used, this is all him, it's not good. And I can see a lot of stuff coming out where it wouldn't surprise me if GB News actually may do something now, with the police having the updated data as well, and that they can confirm that all of this is him. It's going to be an interesting time for Dan Wootton, I'm telling you that right now. Seeing that it was actually a data breach, which actually is now confirmed that literally Wootton and those accounts are, together, that's actually quite funny, because this is a guy who he's tried to be so secretive and everything else, and that is what caught him. It's funny. That is actually quite funny. But guys, let me know what you think of this down below. What do you think we're going to see coming forward? According to this, they've said, his lawyers, they appear to confirm that Wootton is the person in all these articles. Let me know what you think about this down below, guys. Hit the sub button, hit the like button, let us know what you think, and I'll see you all soon.